Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play First Base again because Day 2 just got released. If we haven't seen the videos already, it's a Yandere dating sim where our Yandere is the star baseball player. Let's begin. My name is Ryan. She here. College. What do you even have to say about it? It's college. There's not much to talk about. Your experience thus far has proven to be normal. Be so normal that isn't normal at all. It's boring. You were never the type to really go out on your way for anything. Rarely attending your previous school's prep rallies, dances, and sports festivals, which we were forced to. At least the prep rallies. But you kind of missed the option to do so now that you're here. Once you realize that, you decide now was a better time than ever to try putting yourself out there. Even if out there is just a shade near the baseball field. You subconsciously find yourself walking there every now and then while studying a book, Taming the Shrew, for psychology class. It's interesting enough of a read that you enjoyed it, but casual enough that it doesn't take up all of your attention. Sometimes you stop reading to watch the baseball players practice. It's a good start for you. The players are smart and fun to talk to when they're benched, and you've been able to make some friends through it, even though you don't play yourself, because I suck. Another thing you're grateful for is that they're all very coordinated. The chances of being hit by a stray ball are little to none. Little to none doesn't mean that won't happen eventually, though. Hey, watch out! A baseball is coming straight towards your face. Right after we said it, we jinxed ourselves. You squeeze your eyes shut and anticipating a hard knock to your head, but it doesn't happen. Thank God. Someone caught it. Wait, is that... You search your brain, you know the face. Upon recognition, you call out his name in confusion. Dakota. Clay. Ah, that's me. You okay? Blinking your eyes as Dakota shiftily tosses the ball to the pitcher. You answer. Yeah, thank you. I should have noticed in time. I was so a bit preoccupied with my book. You stumble over your words for a second. Oh well, what I mean is sorry. But I was sidelining anyways, it's no problem. Plus you're cute. It's any guy's dream to protect a cute girl like you. Your face flashes. Is he flirting with you? Not that you mind at all. You only heard positive things about the guy, and when you talked to him before a few times, he seems quite nice. You thought his accent was attractive. To be fair, you found a lot about him attractive. Oh, thank you. You're pretty cool too. Oh yeah, you think so? I mean, yeah, of course I do. In that case, first of all, thank you very much. Secondly, would you want to go out sometime for a date? I'd love to get to know you more. I already know everything about you. Go on a date. What could be wrong? What could go wrong? Sure, why not? Awesome. How about tomorrow for lunch? At noon. We could go somewhere you want. Go wherever you want. Dakota seems determined to make this lunch date. It works for you, so sounds good to me. Dakota's smile grows wider as you exchange contact information, spraying warmth and positivity. You give him a polite nod before you go your separate ways. You feel your feet taking you back to your apartment. With all your classes out for the day, you feel a sense of liberation and freedom wash over you. The weight of the world is temporarily lifted, and you reveal the opportunity to be alone. The thought of tomorrow makes you smile as you snuggle into your warm bed. You wake up a little earlier than usual, aside for your date with Dakota. He'll be here to pick you up at 15 to noon. When you stretch and yawn, you slip out of your bed and pad over to the window, peering out at the world below. The streets are still relatively quiet at this hour, but a gentle hum of activity is starting to rise. Birds chirp merrily in the trees, and some freshly cut grass wafers through the air. In the serene moment, you feel a sense of peace. It's quite unusual for you to be up at this hour, but it's pleasant. Maybe you should make a hobby of waking up early. A smile spreads across your face as you turn away from the window and head to the bathroom. You take time getting ready, savoring each step of your morning routine. You shower, brush your teeth, and carefully style your hair, wanting to look your best for Dakota. Styling your hair is honestly quite difficult, unexpectedly. Do you want to go for a simple look that you won't give you a headache? Perhaps a more volumized, exaggerate, fancy appearance, or maybe. Wait, what? Hold on. Do I have a... You definitely have a crush. Just a small one, a teeny tiny one. Oh no. Is this a date? Probably. You can't help but smile at the thought of Dakota showing up at your door. Once you're dressed, you make yourself a bowl of cereal. Thank goodness, that's what we're craving, because you don't have many other options. Student loans always already cost a fortune, so you can't fix the selection. Yeah, I didn't get student loans, but I do feel it. You sit up at your apartment desk, a bowl of dry cereal in front of you, and a copy of The Taming of the Shrew. Open your hands. This morning sunlight filters through the curtains, casting a warm glow over the room. Honestly, it's so obvious that they're getting bullied. How can they not tell? Is it a love story? Cause we're gonna be manipulated by Yandere. You shake your head in disbelief, take in their spoonful of cereal as you think about how strange supply is. How is this such a controversial book? It should be evident that they're all bad people and need help. I have no idea how people would think that their actions are excusable, much less reasonable. You sigh. I've never read it. I know it's Shakespeare, but I've never read it. Yeah, I think last time I looked at it, it's Shakespeare. I've never read it, though. I've done Hamlet. How does this garbage get into modern curriculums? Maybe because it was written ages ago? With a side shrug, you return your attention to the book, trying to find anything that could make sense to you. But then, right at 11:45, you drop your book and spring up to answer the door. You take a moment before you open the door to take a breath and brush down your shirt. Alright, you got this. You open the door to see Dakota smiling warmly at you. He looks cool and confident, as if you were already great friends. Even though there's nothing obvious, you can't help but feel like it's different, like his ponytail is neater, or his clothes are more ironed. Maybe it's just his confidence, though. It just looks like he's got out of practice. Meanwhile, you're having a trouble keeping your butterflies in your stomach. It really is unfair how handsome he is, even when he isn't dressing up. It makes you feel a bit silly for overthinking your appearance earlier. Hey there, Ryan. Are you ready to go? You smile decidedly reply, yes. You brush a bit at your outburst. Dakota on her hand seems amused. Don't look so embarrassed. I'm excited too. You look so calm though. Do I now? Yes, he leans in with a slight giggle, flustering you further. Oh, by the way, you look great today. Your heartbeat quickens. He's so close to you that you could smell the fresh scent from his shampoo. Thank you. Dakota backs up, reaching an arm out to replace the space where he is. Are you ready to get going? Yeah. You leave your phone, locking the door behind you before you get into Dakota's surprisingly fancy-looking car. Wow, nice car. Thanks. You expected him to elaborate on how he got it, but he's just closed his door for you. His family must be pretty wealthy, or maybe he's bought it with his money he earned from his sports career. Is he making enough for baseball to afford this? I still don't know if they get paid in college. Maybe he bought it in order to look nice for dates. You briefly wonder how many people have oohed and awed over his car, but you brush the thought aside. You're the one he asked out after all. He took his jersey off before entering the car. Oh, it's like, you don't need you really don't need this, uniform. Just stay like this. It's more comfortable like this, no? Yeah, I guess. As Dakota drives down the windy roads, the thought of lunchtime possibilities fill the air. He turns to you, a warm smile playing across his lips. Where would you like to eat? You hesitate, feeling a sense of politeness. Since you're paying, I think it's only fair that you choose the spot, right? Nah, you pick. I'm not a picky eater. Are you sure? Dakota laughs, confusing you for a moment before he speaks up. Ryan, I appreciate your thoughtfulness, but I'll be fine. What matters right now is you. So you could pick. God, that's kind of cheesy. But the way he says even stuff like that, he's smooth. Alright, let me think. A flurry of thoughts race through your mind as you consider the options. You want to choose a place that's both delightful and budget-friendly. You're a lot of a broke college student after all. After a bit of thinking, a nearby calf pops in your head. Is charming, unassuming, a spot known for its tasty and affordable fare. I could see the ideas forming in your eyes. Do you have a place you want to go to? Yes. Let's head over there then. Hold on, I'll put the directions to your phone. You reach for his phone, but before you could grab it, he snatches it with unexpected ferocity, placing it face down on his lap. He has pictures of us, probably. I'll prefer if you would just told me where it was. Dakota looked a bit nervous, much unlike his usual self. However, as quickly as you notice it, his regular demeanor returns, replacing expression with one of confidence. I know this area like the back of my hand, so we won't need directions. Oh, sure. It's the book-bred calf. Dakota's eyes light up in recognition of the place. Good choice. Let's head there right now. As you approach, the inviting aroma of freshly brewed coffee and mouth-watering pastries waffles for there, whetting your appetites. Dakota puts his jersey back on, giving you a pain of disappointment. He looks good without it. Not that he doesn't look good all the time. As you enter the quaint cafe, the first thing that you notice is the aroma from the outside is far stronger here. The level of depth to the sensation, as if it was made to be picked apart, to learn just what each is. The gentle buzz of light, light-hearted conversation, and a bit of laughter adds to the sensation. Kinda cozy yet lively at spare. You never get sick of this place. As you make your way towards the counter, you notice a short line of people waiting patiently for their caffeine fix and pastries. You join the line with Dakota, awkwardly standing in silence as you read the menu. A few items on the menu catch your eye. You decide on a strawberry salad with green tea, relatively healthy, right? A flatbread chicken sandwich with passion fruit tea is nice and light. Avocado toast with an apple tart and coffee, a balanced combination. I never had avocado toast. Flatbread chicken. It was very you kind of thing. After a lot less time than you thought it would take, you and Dakota reached the front of the dine. Hello, what can I get for you today? Hi, I would like a flatbread chicken sandwich with passion fruit tea, please. I think I've had that stuff though. The barista nods and putting it into the POS, the cash register. And for you, sir? I'll have the same. You look at him in surprise. There's no way he's planning to order the exact same food as you. Maybe he hasn't decided what to get and just went with whatever you choose. He's trying to make himself look like the perfect boyfriend. Or maybe he's just isn't that picky. You escape your thoughts, only to realize that Dakota has paid for the food. He did say he would, but your worst side honestly thought it was a ploy. Dakota lightly taps your hand, and you two quickly find a table for two near the window and take your seats. So, you like the flatbread chicken sandwich with passion fruit tea too? Oh, actually, I just wanted to try what you liked. What would be better? Recommendation, right? Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Besides, I like all kinds of food. I haven't eaten anything that I don't like. How about anything you're allergic to? A mischievous grin crosses your face. What if someone offered you something really strange? Would you try it? I bet I would. People wouldn't cook it if it wasn't good. Mystery Food X? You laugh at that. You'll have to try one of your kitchen disasters. So, how did you get into baseball? He was already smiling, but now a new light comes to his face as you talk about baseball. Well, it's not that exciting. When I was little, my dad wanted me to be in sports, so he had me practice different sports in our yard and try out a little league team for little league teams. That's how we discovered that I had a natural talent for baseball. My dad used to say that I have one killer arm, still do. The neighbors, unfortunately, did not share my dad's enthusiasm. I did feel bad about their window, though. How many windows did you break, though? You laugh again. Dakota brushes at your smile. He's so handsome when he blushes. It lights up his face pleasantly. What's your major? Sports medicine, 3rd year. I feel like I should have seen that coming. He laughs. You could feel yourself brushing, even though you could tell he's laughing with you, not at you. I love baseball. I'm fascinated by the human body, so it's a perfect major for me. It's amazing how intricate and resilient the human body is. This semester, I'm taking emergency energy management and chemistry too. Wow, that sounds intense. Considering all those classes, how did he squeeze in time for the state? You collapse into the pile of sweat, and Mary thought, every moment, nobody looks at you. With a life like his, it's challenging, but it's also really rewarding. I'm taking the CPR certification test next week. And actually, I've gone to use some of my training already with one of my teammates. When was it? Wait, really? What happened? He dislocated his kneecap. How? Oh, without thinking, you grab onto your own knee in a tinge of synthetic pain shots for you. Dakota looks worried for a moment before waving his hand. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine. He can't do any sports for the next 6 months, and he has to wear a knee brace, but he'll recover. It's a good thing you were there to help him. Yeah, he might have been the one that busted his kneecaps too. True, but with the way he was yelling, help would come before long. Was this after he busted his kneecap? You didn't need to add that part. Thankfully, you could hear the barista call out your order. You brushed back your chair to get up, but Dakota stopped you. You could stay here. I'll get our food. Oh no, it's only fair if I help. He smirks at you as he stands up anyway. He puts a hand lightly on your shoulder to keep you seated. Nope, you need to stay here to save our table. I'll be right back. You watch him walk towards the counter. You definitely do not think about how good he looks from the back. Especially do not think about his thick black hair or his lean muscular shoulders. Instead, you turn around to look at the window, thinking about how much fun this day has been already. You're really thinking about going on another one. Your turns with your food, all the same, all in one tray. Tantalizing steam rising from the food and drinks. You can't wait to dig in. Dakota takes a bite. Delicious. Just like I knew it would be. Glad you like it. How could I not like something you like? What was that? Huh? Oh, nothing. The two of you take a moment to eat, enjoy your lunch. Then Dakota starts the conversation back up again. So, what about you? What's your major? Psychology. Fascinating. Have you been analyzing me this whole time? I might have been. Oh, do share with Dr. YN. Alright. But as a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor yet, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Gotcha. Well, I've noticed that you're very confident and assertive. You're also very easygoing and funny. So, you think I'm charming? Do go on. However, I notice that you often cross your arm over your stomach, which is a sign that you actually feel nervous or defensive, but are trying to hide it. So I wonder if you might be more worried about our date than you let on. I think I nailed the nail in the coffin. Dakota's expression falters for a moment. You probably shouldn't have said that. But it can also be a gesture that people do because they feel comfortable. Dakota's normal cheer returns. He laughs. Oh, I see. You were teasing me. You had me there for a moment, YN. And now that you're putting me at ease to cover up your discomfort I caused, I really should stop analyzing people when they ask me to, at least until I get further along in my studies. You feel yourself blushing again. Sorry about that. Psychology is a soft science, so I can't speak in absolutes about it, except for the neurological aspect of it. Not to worry, I shouldn't have put you on the spot like that. Although, you look really cute when you blush like that. Maybe I should tease you a little more. Man, he's smooth. And he's our Yandere. I feel like I should be taking notes. You could teach me a class on how to flirt. It'll be sold out. You could teach a class about how to flirt. It'll be sold out. So, do you have any hobbies? Of course you have hobbies, but your favorite is gaming. I mostly play video games. What's your favorite game? Oh, my favorite game of all time is Vaporpunk 6044. It's so cool. Mine's Persona. 4 and 5. Cue the mystery food X strokes. I've not heard that one. Is it new? No, it's been out for 3 years, but they just released a new DLC for it. I'm waiting for it to go on sale. DLC? Downloadable content game companies put out the downloadable content. Game companies put them out to keep the games relevant or to get more money. I see. The co falls quiet as you take a bite from your food. You can see his soft smile on his lips as he watches you. He's clearly very interested in you, in what you're saying. You can feel his eyebrows on you. Even when you weren't looking at him. Maybe he doesn't have many hobbies himself, so hearing you talk about yours fascinates him. Or maybe he just doesn't dislike anything, just like with his food. Ask Dakota what his hobbies he has. What about you? What other hobbies do you have besides basketball, of course? Baseball, of course. Dakota blushes. Actually, baseball takes up so much of my free time that I already gone into other things. I never gone into other things. What, really? Really? What do you do for fun? Or when you want to relax? Baseball, just baseball, all this time. Honestly, it's the only thing that helps me relax sometimes. Or stalking. Oh, sorry. Don't worry about it. It just means I'm even better at baseball. Still, it's not right that you have no hobbies. What about, I don't know, axe throwing? Or stalking? Axe throwing is definitely a unique choice, but he's got the feeling he'll be really into it. Really enjoy it. Axe throwing? That's a hobby? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not that common, but there's an axe throwing place at the mall, and it pays to your strengths too. Okay, I might try it. But only if you come along with me. Sure, yeah, that'll be great. You've only been axe throwing once, but the thought of going again with Dakota excites you. Great, but if we're going to meet up again, I need your phone number. Sure thing. You both exchange your phone numbers before saying each other a confirmation text. After the date winds down, you get back into Dakota's car, and he takes you back to your apartment. Dakota pulls up to the curb in a sleek black car. You both step out, the street lamps casting a soft glow over this quiet neighborhood. Well, there we are. You both stand there for a moment, the silence hanging in the air like a forgotten punchline. So, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you around? Yeah, definitely. You start to walk away, but Dakota clears his throat. Hey, wait. You look up back at him, eyebrows raised in curiosity. I have had a really great time today. I was thinking maybe we could do it again sometime. You feel a rush of warmth in his words, a smile tugging at the corner of your lips. I like that. Awesome. Well, I'll text you then. Oh, and before I forget, I have some flowers for you. That were in the car this hard time. Dakota opens his car backseat and produces a bundle of roses. Oh my gosh, thank you. Of course. Anything for you. Dakota walks back to his car. You watch him go with a sense of excitement. Maybe this time was the beginning of something interesting. That's right, you fret on how well your date went with Dakota. Such a sweet, attentive person. You can't wait to see him again. The sun filters through your window, waking you up before your alarm goes off, a sense of elevation following you out of your dreams. You've never been a morning person, but today you filled with so much energy, memories of last night flooding your mind. It almost felt like a dream. You hung out with the Dakota Clay, and he wasn't that bad of a guy. Heck, he was the one who asked you out. Honestly, it was fun. You feel like you might have said that already, but just goes to show you how enjoyable being with Dakota was. Not only was it fun, but he also wants to see you again. He's incredibly excited about the chance to hang out evermore, and you can't help but feel a little excited about it too. There's a small part of you that worries about how he doesn't seem to have any interest or hobbies outside of baseball, but that's probably just means you need to get to know him better. No doubt he'll let slip something he's interested in before you know it. Your phone lets out a chipper ding, and you swipe it eagerly, going straight to your messages. To your delight, you see exactly what you're hoping for: a good morning from a message from Dakota. It makes you giggly to see it, and you resist the urge to kick your feet. He just has your heart in his grip, and it makes you so happy that you're more than eager to send a quick good morning reply in return. Once he knows you're awake, the texts come flooding in, and you have a bit of a difficulty keeping up. He's so chatty. You knew he was a talkative person, but it's almost overwhelming in text form. After a few back and forth messages, he double checking if you like to go out to that axe throwing place in the mall, which sounds like so much fun. You already wanted to try axe throwing. You always wanted to try axe throwing. I thought we already tried it, and you bet Dakota could teach you to do it amazingly. You just finished that thought. Your phone alarm goes off, causing you to jump in place. You forgot that you hadn't turned it off after waking up. You turn it off and suddenly remember the fact that you're a college student, which means you don't exactly have all the free time in the world to go axe throwing whenever you want. You open your schedule app and, yep, you have literature class to attend today. Your disappointment suddenly surfaces as you realize you won't be able to go axe throwing today. You weren't sure how you forgot about it so easily. Maybe the book was so awful you were trying to forget. Considering you're reading Taming of the Shrew, you probably forgot on purpose. For a moment, you consider skipping class. Then you decide against it. You can't afford to let your GPA drop any further than it already has, so it's best to just get the class over with. I thought we were the academic type. You sign rowdy in your room, feeling your energy already starting to deflate. You grumbly text Dakota you'd love to go, but you have class to attend and you can't afford to miss it. There's a sharp pause, but he texts back, letting you know he understands and that the two of you will plan to go another time. You can't help but smile. You heart his message, so grateful for the how understanding he is. At the very least, you could complain about the class to him afterward. With Dakota informed, you pack up your things and get yourself ready for class. You're not looking forward to the boring day of literature class, but what can you do? With a half-hard mood, you step out of your dorm room to start your day. Oh, this is a small class. This looks like we're like in not like this is our first term. Having pretty much dragged yourself into class, you're gladly find out you aren't late. A bit shocked considering how much you dragged your feet. Your feet are complaining just as much as you are from the rough walk. Since most of the college walkways use gravel, and dragging your feet on them really takes a toll. Maybe you could treat yourself in a spa trip later to make them feel better. Though you're not exactly sure where you could get the funds for that. Part of you is wondering where all the energy you woke up with went. It's like the moment you couldn't hang out with Dakota, it got snapped away in an instant. Was he that much of a positive influence on you? Could he be? Pushing those thoughts away, you stumble into your chair with loud thud, with as loud a thud as you can make without ordering everyone else in the class. It's not very loud, triumph thumping, and so no one even glances at your direction. You're both relieved and disappointed by this outcome. Like a zombie trying to scratch a door open, you pull out your laptop, struggling to open it, digging your nails into the side just to flip the lid up. You're putting so much energy into lifting the lid that actually quite painful for your nails. Your mind wanders for a moment, wondering if excessive wrist pain could be more painful than this. For a moment, you consider comparing the two. Though, on second thought, you rather not develop arthritis from overworking your wrist just to put the two on a comparative scale. It's like that would hurt. Arthritis or carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel would be the one that it would be carpal tunnel, not arthritis. After several failed attempts to lift the lid with your nails, you decide to stop dilly-dallying and actually open your computer. The computer starts up, auto-opening into the tabs you need to clean your project, which as of now is blank. You sigh as you stare at the screen. You had planned to work on it, but things got in the way, like having a lunch date with Dakota. On a list of priorities, you list that as far more important than a college assignment. Even if you probably shouldn't. It's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't. Instead of getting started on your project, you decide to recheck the requirements for the assignment. You do that while you're doing the assignment. That's what I do. As you learned all throughout your school years, rechecking the assignment is the best way to start a stall. For me, it's the best way to start. If a teacher looks over your shoulder, they could just assume you forgot. Forbidden technique like these help with your sanity. Someone clears their throat next to you. Suddenly, a million thoughts go through your head. Oh God, are your headphones unplugged? Is your appearance that intolerable? Wait, you what? You whip your head around so fast you end up not recognizing who it is at first. But as soon as you do, Dakota? You're stunned. He's here. Dakota's Clay. Dakota asked you on a date and was hell of a smooth about it. Clay, why is he in your literature class? Hey, how surprising. We're in the same class. I knew you would pick this class. This is why I chose it too. This is very surprising. You didn't think he would be the type to choose this class. He didn't mention being into reading, but I guess it makes sense. Perhaps he's here as an easy elective just to get enough credits to graduate. Maybe his parents forced him here to show their son is both sports smart and book smart. It doesn't matter. It's also quite a good thing. You're just going to complain to him about the book. One thing I'm gonna say, how did we not know the guy we had a crush on was in the same class if we already started the class? Yeah. Wait, why are you surprised? You've been in this class for a couple weeks now. You should have noticed him by now. Though, come to think of it, You hadn't really thought of Dakota until yesterday when took you out. Maybe you just missed the fact that he was in this class. Not yesterday, we knew he was on day 0. This had to be the case. There's quite a few people in the class, and you two must have just missed each other until that day at the baseball field. That was only an inspiration. I mean, if we're judging by the classroom, it's gonna be upper levels, and for my college, the upper. Okay. So, when you're getting like, not the first like classes that everyone has to take, but like the upper, like the electives in the upper for your major, very small, and then it gets even smaller when you're going for master's, doctorate. Well, I suppose that's convenient. I was just looking out for you. You see, the teacher claims I'm a bit stuck in my interpretation of the book, so I thought a second opinion would be good. Who's better than you? Who better than me? Crap, you hadn't written a single god-darn character in your essay. You're gonna have the most worst take ever, and he'll never even breathe in your general direction again. Oh, don't worry, I can pull that out of my butt. We were reading the book, right? How on earth are you gonna assist him in something you haven't even started? Well, can I read what you've written? Sure. Let me get it up. You click innocently on your laptop, trying your best to fake a lag. Hey, if you're in nothing, your secret's safe with me. It's like, yeah, I read nothing. Baseball gives enough stitches. Oh yeah, snitches get stitches. That's what he's saying. All right. In your panic, you forgot Dakota was a regular student and not a super strict teacher pet who was only doing this for a scholarship. You instantly snap back to your usual clicking speed, going so far as oppressive speed your laptop does actually lag. Once it loads, it shows a blank document. It's not like you're expecting words to have magically appeared on it between sitting down and talking to Dakota, but it would have been nice if the universe had done so. I would have already had something written. Before him. Probably. Before anyone. Once we got the book, I'll be already writing something. There was quite a light. It's a bit of a tough read for beginners. I'll give you that. What part are you struggling with? I'm glad to help you. I'm not a beginner reader. Dakota. I'm not a beginner reader. I stutter, but I'm not a beginner reader. Your cheeks flush with embarrassment at the offer. I stutter and have a clutter, technically clutter, but yeah, I'm not a beginner. Your cheeks flush with embarrassment at the offer. It's not that you're a bad reader. It's just that you've always struggled with Shakespeare. What, because the made up words and all that? Because so did Token. He uses archaic words. The specific notation of his writing and the obtuse way his characters speak to each other. Frankly, you find it hard to believe that any of his words have become such beloved classics. I will say, also, we have to keep in mind that Shakespeare was written in the 1500s. We also don't know if Shakespeare existed. People actually speculate that Shakespeare did exist, but I could show you. I could shove something that's even harder to read to my character here and say, "Have fun." It's called Journey to the West. I had no idea how to read the Chinese names, so it's even harder. But I love the book. Well, I kind of struggling just to get through reading it without falling asleep. That's why I was trying to read it at baseball field the other day, to force myself to focus on reading it. I mean, I think Shakespeare is more signed than Twilight. Let's get that. I would rather read Shakespeare than Twilight. Even if I was a little more distracted by the game being played as a result. Unfortunately for me, that you were there then, because it allowed me to meet you. Ah, you feel yourself flushed again. You could hardly believe Dakota is interested in you. What did you ever do to get his attention like this? Well, let me tell you about my interpretation of the story, and then we can work on it from there to help start your essay. I'll really appreciate that. Thank you. Anything for you, of course. Oh, how smooth. I just like how I just like the noise of him clearing his throat. Dakota chuckles for a moment before clearing his throat to continue. See, my interpretation is pretty straightforward. Everyone loves Bianca, but they don't see the value of Katrina, just because she's a little feisty. Then she marries Petruchio, and he whisks her away to his home, where he truly and properly tames her. She becomes his perfect, loving, loving wife, with a bit of encouragement, which would be probably, judging by the time, that would be the norm when Shakespeare wrote this. It was the norm. It shows that you can make anyone become your perfect partner with a bit of care, attention, and right persuasion. And now it's not really. The story is pretty straightforward. Honestly, in fact, I'd say it's one of Shakespeare's least complicated works. But the teacher seems to give me a strange look after I was done spraying that. Honestly, who are they to judge? No one actually knows what Shakespeare was thinking, but I think it's obvious. I would write about the fact that I would write on the history and what it was. I would write my paper on the history of the time period and what it could mean. That would be how I would write my paper. It's a tame or be tame world, and I happen to like doing the taming. Okay, so he's gonna try and make me put his perfect girlfriend wife. Is that really his interpretation of the book? Frankly, you haven't even finished reading it, so it's far from your place to have nuanced interpretation of the book. But it seems a little bleak. Yeah, I wouldn't be interpreting it like that. I would be interpreting the time frame, the history of the time period. Yeah, my minor was history. Still, it's Dakota Clay talking about the book. He couldn't possibly believe a harmful view was the right one to have. He was just explaining his view of the story. It wasn't as good as he made it sound. Even if it was, he was just explaining what he read. He doesn't actually believe taming people into becoming the perfect spouse was a good idea. Oh, but we're gonna be wrong. He is a yandere after all. That's an interesting interpretation of the book. I can understand why the teacher might feel weird about it. Well, the teacher should have probably picked a different book then. But it's just your perspective. It's not the crazy, crazy, not that crazy. See, you got me. You really got me. It's no wonder I'm obsessed with you. Even if other people interpret the book differently, there's no denying that Katerina is tamed by the end of the book. She becomes a dutiful, obedient wife and expresses that to everyone in the audience. Whether it's an act or intentional, the end result is the same. He definitely seemed enamored with the story. Don't you like it? Like it? I love it. It's giving me good ideas. It's a comedy and it lives up to the name. The subterfuge of everyone being diagnosed and disguised and fooling each other. The slapstick comedy on display, the actual taming itself, is a riot from beginning to end. I could say it's a horror. It's a historic piece. Whether or not it's the history teachers, whether or not it teaches a moral lesson is up to you, each person who reads the story. And me, I'll be like, writing and thinking about the history. Personally, I think it's a fun idea to have all the interwoven ideas and plots. Whether or not the taming actually works is also up to how well the tactics are done by the Tachio. I can't pronounce his name. People can break and be broken. That much is true. It's all about how you wield your hands. You really need to finish reading the book now. If Dakota's interpretation is anything to go by, then the book is funnier than you were giving it credit for. And maybe the dark comedy even offers a more nuanced understanding of the concept of taming Katrina. It's like, I'll just read dirty last. It's like, the taming is Wukong starring to being tamed. Now the question was, of what little you knew of the book, did you agree with Dakota's interpretation? It's a good interpretation. Offer a different one. You don't like that one. I'm gonna go if it's a good interpretation. Oh, so you're pretty right. Shakespeare's known for his complicated works, but not everything someone makes has to be complicated, especially if it's supposed to be funny. I've only read a bit of the book so far, but what you're saying lines up with what I've read. I think it's a good interpretation. You expect never less from the Dakota Clay, after all. I'm so glad you agree. It makes me feel even closer to you than before. Really? You know what they say, great minds think alike, and there's nothing more alike than sharing opinion like this one. Goodness, Dakota's really happy to agree with you, isn't he? It makes you a little guilty. Inside, to know you made him happy, so happy. Could this day get any better? You know, I was really struggling with getting this assignment done, to the point that even reading the book was feeling painful, but it really inspired me to take another crack at it. I bet I can finally start writing this assignment and reading the book seriously now, and it's all thanks to you. Or write a book about how the guys yonder. Alright, paper. Well, I'm happy to be of help. You're a huge help. I doubt I'll be able to finish the assignment without you. Dakota looks like he's about to say something more when the teacher finally clears his throat to get the class's attention. It seems like it's time to actually listen to his lecture properly instead of talking amongst ourselves. Dakota seems a little annoyed, but the both of you turn to the teacher and pay attention to what he's saying. You open the tab on your laptop to take your note to your note section. Well, I would. That's when I'll be writing my paper. You hastily type down notes to the best of your ability, though it's always been a little hard for you to follow along to the lectures and take notes at the same time. It's hard for me. I could take the notes, write the paper, and listen to the teacher. Meanwhile, Dakota just looks bored. He leans against the table and starts blanking at the teacher, as if he rather do anything else in the world right now. You can't really blame him. He'd rather be doing anything else as well. It's crazy how much energy he had coursing for him a moment ago, and now he feels like a teacher is sucking it all away again. College can be a bummer. Even now and again, you catch him glancing your way, though it's hard to tell if he's actually looking at you or something past you. More than once, you try to catch his eye, only for him to turn away just before you catch him dead to right, staring at you. A strange sensation, to be sure, making you wonder more about what's going through his head than whatever the professor is currently rambling on about. But whatever he's doing is added distraction, make it difficult to keep accurate notes. Not that your notes were looking fantastic to begin with. A lot of it was you just keyboard smashing a summary of what he just said and hoping to organize it later. I'll write everything he said and then just keep it as my notes. Lectures were definitely your least favorite part of trying to learn anything in college. I liked lectures. A grueling hour and a half of lectures finally passes, and the teacher wraps up the class for the day. He reminds everyone that the assignment is due very, very soon, and you groan alongside the others, since you still have so much work left to do on it. Though if it wasn't for Dakota, you'd be further behind than you were already. As much as I enjoy the book, the lectures are always a bit of a drag. You could say that again. Like, can't you get with the times, summarizing it in 10 minutes or less already? Not all of us take this class as a core of our major. You're so right. I only took this class for you. I only took this class because it was a very easy elective. I always forget that they like to ramble on about nothing, regardless of the fact. I know, right? It's like, come on, guys. We're not here for your class especially. We're here to follow our major. You got me. You really get me. You get me. You really get me. Hey, since you still need to finish your assignment, what do you say to the two of us hanging out some more, and I can help you understand the book more? It's a tempting offer. Dakota wanting to spend more time with you. You love to take him up on it. I'll say I could use the help, but I got some homework I need to finish tonight first. I don't suppose we can hang out on their day. How about tomorrow? You won't be able to put off the assignment for much longer, seeing as it's due soon. I know, you're right. Yeah, tomorrow's fine. Just text me when you're free to meet up. If it's for you, then I'm always free. If your face flush, it'll at that. Does he actually mean that? Whether he does or not, it makes you feel a little flustered that Dakota Clay, of all people, is more than willing to help you out. Yeah, I'll figure out what my schedule is and text you, okay? Sounds lovely. Looking forward to hearing from you then. Same to you. He gives you his kiss on the cheek, and you can't help but smile and feel butterflies in your stomach from the interaction. He didn't just ask you out for fun. He likes you. He really likes you. You finish packing up your laptop and make your way to your dorm. After a long day of classes, You feel all your energy drained from your body the moment you step through the door to your room. With little care, you popped your bag on the floor and flop face first into the bed. Your whole body is complaining. You haven't had enough to eat today due to your limited budget, and you had to sit through boring classes to keep your GPA up. Your feet are pulsing with pain from all the walking granting against the gravel, and you can hear your neighbors playing music. The only highlight of your day has been getting to spend time with Dakota, even if it was a short period of time. You feel fortunate that he's been willing to put up with you so far, despite everything going on, and wondering if or when he's going to get sick of you. It's hard enough for you to put up with yourself some days, let alone forcing others to deal with you. You don't want know what Dakota sees in you, but you're glad he sees it, because your mood would be far worse without his encouragement. As if in cue, your phone dings and you realize pull out your pocket, barely even having the energy to turn your head from the comfort of being buried in the pillow to look at the screen. It's Dakota texting you. Open it, you see a cute animated GIF that he sent to cheer you up. It's actually pretty funny, and you can't help but get a chuckle out of it. Like he knows, is he stalking me? You send a quick, light-hearted reply back in return, and you feel some of your energy returning. He just seems to always know what you need, doesn't he? Like he's stalking us. Just from the little exchange, you feel like you can get your homework done. That way, you don't have to put off hanging out with Dakota any longer than you have to. Grabbing your laptop from your bag, you sit up from your desk and get ready to start your homework. Other than the assignment Dakota is going to help you with, you still got to write an essay for your history class and do a short research paper for your diversity and culture class. Your sort class is just full of making you do essay after essay for them. Don't the teachers get tired of reading them? Whatever, it's not your school. You're just following the curriculum. Just as you open your tabs, you get started, you know something strange. The light next to the camera on your webcam is on. Does Dakota know how to hack? That's strange. You shouldn't have programs open to use your webcam. You glance around your taskbar for any programs that might be using it, but nothing comes up. Strange. Doesn't have to be on the taskbar. It could be operating off screen. You shrug it off and decide to focus on your homework, figuring out it probably just a software glitch. Your laptop is kind of old and it was on the cheap end to begin with anyway. Though as you get to homework, you can't help but getting the strange sensation that you're being watched. By Dakota. And that was First Base Day 2. If you like my content, please subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you guys next time.